welcome you all in the premises of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, African Cooperation and Moroccan Expatriates on the occasion of the celebration of the 60th edition of Africa Day. Before I proceed with my address, I would like to extend to each and every African, whether in our main continent, in the islands, or in the diaspora, my best wishes for good health, happiness, continuous progress, and prosperity on this Africa Day. I would like also to bow to the memories of all our heroes who shed their blood and who even gave their life to pass on to us a continent which is free and independent. The International Day of Africa, which is celebrated on the 25th of May every year, commemorates the liberation of our continent from the yoke of colonialism and the subsequent creation of the Organization of African Unity on the 25th of May 1963, which has since 2001 become African Union. It is an occasion for every country in the continent, and advised by the African Union, to organize events so as to favor and enforce the spirit of belonging and sharing a common destiny among African people. This celebration has today become deeply enrooted in almost all African countries. It represents the symbol and the fight of the whole continent for its liberation, its development, and its economic progress. It therefore brings us back to the early and joyful years of our independence. But most importantly, it questions us on our individual and collective capacity to build the Africa of the dreams of our founding fathers, the Africa we want. This celebration is also a memory duty because we have to pass on to the younger generation the torchlight of this noble struggle. It is an occasion for us to stop one day in a year to look back into the path we have so far walked in and see the challenges we have been able to overcome and those we have honestly failed to take up since our independence in the early 60s, and to deepen our reflection on how we can best address the numerous challenges which we are facing in an ever-changing and complex international environment. Among these challenges, we have those relating to peace, stability, security, unity, economic development, and integration of our continent. The African Union has therefore placed this year's celebration under the theme Acceleration of the African Continent Free Trade Area Implementation. This well-chosen topic by the African Union is linked to the current harsh international economic environment accentuated by the outbreak of war in Ukraine, which, despite the fact that it seems to be located far from our continent, threatens our food security, our internal peace and security, and our economic stability. Therefore, how can we survive and overcome these threats without enforcing our intra-African trade and investments? How can we ensure sustainable development without sharing our growth and prosperity? How can we promote sustainable growth within our continent without a free movement of goods, capitals, and people? And which kind of mechanism or devices shall we put in place in order to meet these objectives and ensure a better integration and a sustainable development in Africa? How can economic growth through regional integration can roll back poverty, reduce social inequality, and promote inclusive development, which is some of the main objectives of the African Union Agenda for 2063. These are, in my opinion, some of the fundamental questions which need our common reflection and also our collective commitment on this special day we are celebrating the liberation of our continent.